What's going on, guys? So, life update. Dos. Man, I got a list of stuff I want to talk to y'all about, man. So sit tight. This might run a little long. First and foremost, how's Camo doing? Camo's doing better each day, like this much better each day. I'm overwhelmed and amazed. Well, I'm overwhelmed and I am amazed at what needs to be done to this camper to prepare it for specific seasons. Honestly, I think I kind of lucked out with the air conditioning working. I lucked out. I really did. I fully expected that to not work and that be an issue that I would have. But it worked out and that was great. I fully expected now the electricity to not work properly in here, and I lucked out there. The electricity works fine. So those two things are great. I'm doing okay. I'm having to deal with the lack of space in the camper. Now, I've always lived in an apartment. And apartments are small in comparison to a house. But a 21-foot camper is small in comparison to an apartment. A 21-foot camper is small in comparison to a studio apartment. A studio apartment's got more space than this camper does. And one of the issues that I'm having is that I have stuff that I need here. I just don't have room to put it. I try to keep tools and stuff close to me, my cooking stuff, because obviously you guys know I have a little cooking show, and I do dehydrating and I do cooking and stuff like that, and I try to keep that stuff close to me. And I have room to keep it close to me, but then there's other stuff I want to keep close to me, like my fishing stuff, because I go fishing, but kind of can't do that. The space thing is killing me because I have an area over here to the right that should be like a seating area, and right now it's where stuff goes because I have no place for other stuff to go. So it's tough, but I have to sit down and figure out, okay, I got to organize this place. I got to say this is where stuff is going to go and keep it in those places. That's one of the hardest things probably in organizing, is when you set up an organizational style, you have to keep up that organizational style. If you change it, you need to change it for the better and nothing else more. So that's a big thing, is enough of space. And I mean, even with me and Ace in here, it's tight. It's really tight. And little Acer's, he gets down here on the floor and he just goes in circles because there's really nowhere else for him to go. And I try to keep him outside a lot of the morning times, when I'm here. Like right now, he's out there. He'll probably be out there for maybe an hour, and I have to bring him back inside, and then I have to go. Like I said, I have a good neighbor and a good friend, Bob over here. So, it helps to have a little bit of human contact, friendship, and stuff. I had my sister, no, that was in one of my vlogs. My sister came and visited me about a week ago. Sis, and love you, sis. Thanks for coming by and visiting me. She's in the area, so she basically is in the area all during this week, so she just stopped by, which is great. And I'm going to take a chance to go visit my other family, mom and all of those guys over there in Scipio, but I just don't have the time and I don't have the ability to do it right now. I live an hour away from them, so that is a little bit of a challenge. Wi-Fi issue. So the phone, I'm on my sister's plan, and prior to me moving to Oklahoma, I was unlimited. She was grandfathered into a program that was unlimited, and for some reason, and I remember this conversation because I asked the question very clearly. When I went to upgrade my phone in March, before I moved back here to Oklahoma, I moved here to Oklahoma, I asked him, I said, is it still unlimited? Their answer was yes. Apparently not. It's not unlimited. So I've been accruing 250 gigs of data and humongous amounts of overage charges. So that's a little bit weight on me, because now I have to increase the amount of money that I owe to pay my sister back. But that'll get taken care of. So I have a Wi-Fi problem. And the problem is I don't have any. Closest Wi-Fi source I have is 10 miles away from me. So I'm going to have to engineer a Wi-Fi system to work for me. Now, what I will be engineering is a system that will take advantage of free Wi-Fi. You can twist that and turn it and define it as much as you want, or however you'd like. But I'm going to create a Wi-Fi. I'm going to engineer a Wi-Fi system to take advantage of free, accessible Wi-Fi. That's all I'm saying. Alright, there's three things that have to be done that are an emergency. Right now we're coming to the end of summer here in Oklahoma, and we're going to be in the fall, which is great, and then right after that comes winter. Well, it gets freezing here in Oklahoma in the winter, and it fucking snows here in Oklahoma in the winter. It gets cold. I moved here in February when it was freaking cold. Talking about teens. There are things that have to be done to this camper before wintertime gets here. Now, there's a lot of stuff that has to be done to this camper, but there are things that have to prioritize just for winter. Three things. One, my front door. My front door is not in good shape. It locks, closes, it secures right now. But I don't know how long that's going to hold up. So, I tell you what, I can describe how the door looks to you and how it's acting. I'm just going to run the video clip of it real quick. Alright guys, so here's the door. Let me show you a closer up look of it. I'm just going to give you some panoramics of the edges. I mean, the whole framing here is just dipped down. I don't know how the hell I'm going to fix that. But you see, this is closed, and there's a gap here, not to mention the outside of the thing is just coming apart. Now I have this shoved in now, but before, as you can see, there's a gap up here where the paneling for the door is coming out. I've had to shove this back around the edges, as you can see right here. It's coming out. It's coming out of the door right there. There you go. It's falling apart, guys. It's simply falling apart. This lock doesn't lock. I mean, it locks, but it's not secure. My deadbolt is what I have to lock that extra door, and that's a brand new deadbolt I put in there. I took this apart, and inside of here you have a 2x2 that's rotted, a 2x2 that's rotted, and then you have a metal frame, a piece of metal frame across the top of this, a metal frame across the top of this, and the rest of this is just styrofoam. I bullshit you not. This door is held together by styrofoam. Mind blown. Yeah. You see? You see what I mean? It's pretty bad, right? I mean, I could break it down and show you, your jaw would drop at the door. But anyway, I got to get that fixed. Fortunately, I have a good friend, Bob, who is going to assist me in repairing the door, making it a little bit stronger, but not too much heavy to where it won't work well with the hinges. Because my understanding is that you can't make camper doors heavier than they are, because then they won't close properly, because they're way more, it puts weight on the hinges. It's the way they put these craps together, man. I tell you, it really is. So that door has got to get fixed. There's a huge crack at the bottom like you saw in the video. I got to find a way to seal that, because if I don't, that's a big leakage of air coming into the system, coming into the camper. Secondly, I have got to get my propane system working. My heat is propane. My hot water tank is propane. I have no clue whether the propane works or not. But I will tell you this, now that I remember it, I had a conversation with Mom, and she was telling me that she was in the camper and she was using a heater. So that either tells me that she just didn't have the money, or didn't want to go fill up the propane, or there's an issue with the propane system in the camper. I hope it's not the latter. I'm going to have to get some propane. I'll have to get a new tank, because the tank that's there is not good, and more than likely wherever I take it, they will not fill it unless I get a new one. I may have to upgrade the connection to it, because apparently there's new connections for propane systems now. God, I hope not. That sounds expensive. And then I have to fire it up and pray that it works. Now, I've looked down the funnel, the tube where the propane's actually going to burn at, and I see 2 dirt dauber nests in there. I don't know how the hell I'm going to get those dirt dauber nests out of there, but they got to come out of there. Unfortunately, I may have to take some of this propane system apart just to clean that son of a bitch out. Fire it up. If it works, hallelujah. Pray for me, guys. Please pray hard for me. If it doesn't work, oh shit. I have to figure out what the problem is. Then I have to get the problem fixed. If I can't afford the problem, then I have to mitigate the problem with a temporary solution. I'm going to have a couple of individual heaters in this camper. Probably one up under the sink to keep the lines warm under there. That's dangerous. I don't like doing that, but that's got to get done. And obviously one in here. I was told by Mom that if I put a heater in a little heater in that bathroom, that it will burn you out of this camper. We'll see when you got, you know, leaks and everything coming, all kind of air leaks coming in through the camper. So, and the third thing is my water problem. I got to get that fixed. In the wintertime, I need to be able to run. Number one, I need to be able to have hot water. 2, I need to be able to run water down these lines. If I can't run water down these lines are going to freeze up. And if I put water down them, I'm screwed. It's a lose-lose situation if I don't fix the problem. All it takes is me pulling up that tub. Hopefully I can get that drain out without it breaking. If the drain breaks when I take it out, I'm going to have to cut the fucking tub out, find the leak, fix the leak, and then I don't have to pay money to get a fucking tub. Hopefully I don't have to do that. I can just take that drain up, pull up the tub, find a leak, fix it, test it, no more leaks, put the tub back, and I'm good. Water problem fixed, I got water in the camper. Then I can feel a little bit better about wintertime water in the camper. In relation to the water issue, this is an 85, so an older camper. One of the things that it does not have is bypass valves. If you don't know the importance of bypass valves in a camper, then you've never winterized your camper. Winterizing your camper, bypass valves are very important. Otherwise, I'm going to be filling up my hot water heater with 6 gallons of antifreeze, and I ain't got 6 gallons of antifreeze to put in there. Bypass valves are placed between lines so that they would actually skip certain parts of the plumbing. There needs to be a bypass. There is no bypass valve down there where the hot water heater is. So it basically flows into the hot water heater, out of the hot water heater. So I need to put a bypass valve there so I can turn off the flow to the hot water heater when I run antifreeze through the system, so that I don't fill up my waste 6 gallons of antifreeze. I can't run antifreeze through my system until I get my water situation fixed. I have antifreeze all over my floor. That would be bad. So those are the 3 major things that have got to get fixed before wintertime gets here. Now there's holes under this camper that need to be sealed. One of the other things I'm thinking about doing really hard, and Bob made a point of this, is finding some insulation and putting insulation under the bottom of this, on the floor of this camper, so that it will insulate this floor, because this floor is probably going to be freezing in the wintertime. probably freezing. I don't know that I've never stayed in this camper in the winter. This will be my first winter, so it's my first summer. You see my first fall and my first winter and my first spring. So y'all guys are gonna see the first full year of me in this camper. The good, the bad, and the oh god damn that's ugly. Really, guys, that's a lot. That is a lot. I'm working on some other systems, but these are down the line. Things that got fixed. Things that got fixed in the camper. So I was talking to you about the leak that I had in the roof in the bathroom, really bad, pours in through the bathroom. I fixed that. I've caulked that corner, and I've actually sealed the roof. So sealing the roof is the other thing that I wanted to tell y'all that I was supposed to be doing. I have sealed the roof successfully. I put 2 coats up there, and it looks beautiful. There'll be videos out for how I did both of those things, so look out for those coming. Kind of show you how to do a tin roof, a metal roof that I have. I don't have that rubberized roof up there. I still have a leak in this window up here, but I'm starting to believe it's the caulking that I'm using. So I'm going to buy some 100% silicone and re-caulk that window and see if that helps. A black water tank. I found out that after I put the black water valve in, that there was still a small leak there, dripping in it, and it's not because I put the valve in wrong, it's because of the connections to the valve. When I went to go take that valve off, I realized that it was tough to come off. I had to kind of pull it apart, and the reason why is because it was silicone together. Whoever had this camper before saw the leak. Now, I had the original valves on there, which is amazing. This is an 85. Had the original valves on there. And instead of replacing the valve, once they saw the leak, they simply caulked around it and then painted over it. Yeah, they patched it. What truly needs to happen is that the piping that connects that black water valve, the ends need to be replaced. They're cracked, they're broken in places. I was able to get it on there enough where it was just a little drip coming when it's closed, and where it drips a little bit when you actually release the black water. So I'm gonna have to seal the living crap out of that, outside of that. Again, I'm gonna have to patch it because I can't replace it right now. So I talk about them patching it. I'm gonna have to do the exact same thing because I don't have the money, and that was probably their scenario at the time, or laziness, one of the two, don't know. Hell, it might have been sold to them that way. How the fuck would I know? It's a used camper. It was bought used, so it may have been patched by the people that had the camper so that they can sell it. Who knows? Acia's is doing fine. As of yesterday, I went to go take him to go do his to get his shots, his yearly vaccinations, and some worm medication. He's got worms, so I gotta solve that problem. But he's not feeling too well. He wasn't feeling good at all yesterday. He puked in the car a little bit, and he puked in the car, and then that was pretty much it. He was kind of asleep all day, and he was just kind of not moving and kind of dealing with life, because it's there. But yeah, it's interesting, guys. I will say right now, it is definitely interesting. Life is interesting. It's tough, guys. I'm having to do every single solitary fix on my own, and I'm learning as I go along. So it's frustrating. Sometimes I wonder. I haven't gotten to a point yet where I'm wondering, oh shit, what am I going to do? And I hope I don't get to that point. I hope I'm at least able to engineer a fix or manipulate something as a patch to get it to work. But if I don't get some of these major things fixed before winter, then it's going to be oh shit moments. And, I don't want to be there. So, pretty much, guys, that's the update. I'm hanging in there. see I got the beard growing here, so I need to go ahead and cut this. Because mostly the mustache is getting on my nerves. I gotta get out of here. I gotta head to the library. I got some things I gotta do. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking in on your boy Camo. This is, like I said, life update number 2, and this is it, guys. This is life. This is what is happening with me. I'm trying to be as honest as possible with you guys about how I feel about certain things and how things are going here. There's no other reason why this series is what it is. It's life. It's an update. It's real. So yeah, that's it. So guys, make sure you follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Camomeleon TV. You can email me at camomeleontv@gmail.com, and you go to my website www.camomeleon.com for all those camo adventures, baby. Guys, I appreciate you stopping by. I love all you guys out there. I love all my subscribers, all my new people, all my folks out there that are sharing. Share, like, subscribe, guys. Share, share, share. Let everybody know that Camo's out here in an 85 Comfort Light. If anybody out there has one of these, I want them to be able to see these videos, because this is life. And I'm recording it, baby. We'll see y'all next month. It's your boy.